The poor people of Haiti in so much need of just about everything. But does that list of needs include what some would consider as a crackpot religion? From ping pong to politics, Ravi Samaya covers it all as the editor of Gawker.com. Ravi joins us now from New York. Ravi, Scientology?
Indeed, they're out on the ground in Haiti as we speak.
Okay. From what I understand, this isn't the first time. I mean, they've been there for a little while, but apparently they've kind of amped up their presence over there. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure, they've got, as far as we know, 2 plane loads of people have been over. John Travolta personally jetted over 1 plane load of volunteer ministers as well as doctors and EMTs. And then last week, a 2nd plane load landed in Port-au-Prince.
Are they really going after the people of Haiti? I mean, is this some sort of, I don't know if you want to call it a nefarious scheme or a plan by the Scientologists to maybe even start converting some of these people in what's a very Catholic country?
I mean, it's difficult to say it's nefarious. They honestly believe they're doing good. They believe that the only way to deal with a disaster is to convert people to Scientology, that the only true path to happiness and to health is Scientology. So they're handing out pamphlets. They believe very strongly in pamphlets. They're doing touch healing. They're doing all sorts of massage and giving people vitamins and stuff. I mean, it's not overtly doing harm, but it's also not exactly what the people of Haiti need at this time, I would guess.
Okay. I'm going to just kind of spin this a little bit here. If there are Christian missionaries there and if there are Catholic missionaries there, what's the potential harm of Scientologists being there in Haiti trying to help these people out?
I mean, on the surface, it doesn't make that much difference. We obviously know there are Baptist ministers there, and as you say, there are Catholic religious groups out there helping Haitian people. But from what we've heard from our sources, for a start, they are taking landing slots when they're landing these planes of more legitimate NGOs like Doctors Without Borders or other NGOs like that. Our sources are telling us that on occasion they actually get in the way of medical procedures in Haiti. So, for example, they will give food out to people who are about to go into the operating theatre, which, you know, is a big no-no, and the doctors are not overly happy with it. They're also not sending people who speak Creole, and they're doing a lot of touching people, and it's quite a superstitious country, so mainly they're just kind of adding to the confusion and the melee on the ground.
Okay. Is this similar to maybe what some of the other religions have done in the past when a disaster had struck in a country? I mean, are they just... I guess the question is, are they just kind of following along and doing what anybody else, any other religious organization would do? Or are they actually maybe even taking it a little bit further?
Well, they're certainly doing what they always do. I mean, we've heard they were there after 9/11 with saunas and vitamins. They were there after the Hurricane Katrina. They were there after the Virginia Tech shootings, after the Indonesian tsunami. Wherever there's a disaster, you'll find a bunch of Scientologists in yellow T-shirts with volunteer minister written on them, administering what they feel to be the best aid. I mean, Tom Cruise, in a video that we had on Gawker, was saying that if there's a car accident, the only person who can really help is a Scientologist. And they firmly believe the only route to truly healing people is Scientology.
Ravi, has there been any sort of reaction or blowback from, say, the Haitian people, the Haitian government, other countries' governments about the presence of these Scientologists on Haiti?
Well, from our source on the ground, what they're saying is that Haitian people are coming to doctors and nurses and saying, keep those guys in the yellow T-shirts away from me. I'd like genuine medical care if you don't mind.
But why would they say that, though? I mean,
there hasn't been any actual...
Why would they say that? I mean,
because they're very super...
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So carry on. They're quite superstitious people. They don't enjoy being touched a great deal. Obviously, Haitians can figure out who's really helping them and who's just touching them and massaging them and giving them vitamins. And so what they're saying is, I'd like to make sure I get the medical care I need.
Okay. Ravi Samaya from Gawker.com. Thank you so much for joining us from New York tonight. Appreciate that.